I want to bring into this conversation Leo Kaczynski. He's the Chesapeake Police Department Public Information Officer. He's joining me now. Let's get some more information. Leo, are you there?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I can hear you.
I am so sorry for what you're facing tonight. What can you tell us about the shooting?
So it looks like around Tuesday evening, around 10:12, we responded to the Walmart located on Sam's Circle here in the city of Chesapeake. The initial call came in for a report of a shooting. Once the initial officers came in, we were quickly able to ascertain that it was an active threat. We immediately transitioned to our active threat response, which is well within our training, kind of our way we do things. Over the course of the next 30 or so minutes, multiple responding patrol officers, SWAT officers, and then with the help of our fire department, we're able to provide tactical life-saving measures to injured persons. Unfortunately, we were able to say that there's been multiple fatalities and multiple injuries. And we can say that right now we know, it appears that there was a single shooter, and that single shooter is deceased at this time. It's a very active scene right now. Investigators are still on the scene, still sweeping the building, looking for other victims that may be hidden or, scared or whatever. So very, very fluid, very active scene right now.
So I have a number of questions. You say the shooter at this point is deceased. Was that
Correct.
One of the officers on hand who shot him? Is that how he died?
Do not believe so, but I cannot definitively confirm that.
And it's a male, correct?
I do not know that for sure either.
Got it. We just know that it is a shooter or was a shooter. The shooter is now deceased. You said multiple fatalities. Do you know how many?
I do not have a number right now, no, ma'am.
Do you know how many people have been injured or taken to area hospitals?
Unfortunately, I do not, no, ma'am.
At this point, are there people still inside the store?
Only police officers. The store has been evacuated.
Can you describe the area to us? I know the call came in just after 10 p.m. How busy would the store be around that time? And really tell us about Chesapeake, how active things are, how busy they are.
I'm not really sure how busy it was. It is a Walmart supercenter. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Typically that time of night in this area, it's a kind of a shopping business district. It's hard to say. We're a couple days before the Thanksgiving holiday. I don't know how many last-minute shoppers were going to be there. I haven't gotten any reports on how many people were inside. I'm just not sure. I apologize.
Do we know, and I'm guessing you don't, but I want to ask, the multiple fatalities, do we know if it's store employees?
I do not know.
Do we know much about the kind of weapon or weapons that were used?
No, ma'am, I do not.
From here, what happens over the next hour? Where does the investigation go?
Once we can verify that the building is secure, that there's no other hidden gunmen, so to speak, it gets turned over to our criminal investigation and forensic section, and then they just do a full. It just starts to basically just like any other. We work as the homicide, active shooter type investigation at that point.
Do you know at this point if the shooter acted alone? Did he or she come in a car? Is there a vehicle with other guns or weapons?
We do not believe so. We believe that shooter was alone, but we're not 100% sure. That's still part of the investigation. And you got to realize we're still just a little over 2 hours into this, so we have way more questions than answers right now.
Understood. So, but at this point, given that it appears that that shooter did act alone and they are deceased at this point, would you say there is a public threat or not?
We're not treating it as a public threat right now, no, ma'am. We believe that it was a single shooter, and that shooter is deceased.
How many people do we know have been taken out who are injured? Do you have any idea of that? How many area hospitals will be expecting to be getting injured people in the next few minutes?
Well, they would have already been there by now, and I do not have that number. All the injured and transported were transported a while ago. They're no longer still pulling injured out. Those people that we know that were injured have already been transported.
So as I'm looking at live images of that Walmart supercenter, who is left there? It's just police? Anyone who was in the store, any employees, they have already left and gone home?
No, they would be any person that would have been on scene would have been witnesses. So any witnesses that would have been on scene would have been moved to a safe location. We have a staging area for them to be followed. They'll be followed up within criminal investigators, and then anybody that's inside the building right now would be police, forensics, basically the parts of the people that are involved with the investigation.
Help us understand who would be involved. As we're looking at images, right, I can see flashing lights all over the screen. Obviously, the Chesapeake Police Department's there. Who else is there?
Virginia State Police is assisting, and then the Virginia Beach Police Department is also assisting here with traffic control.
And you are on the scene, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you, what did you witness when you arrived? Did you go inside the store yourself?
No, ma'am, I didn't. I didn't witness. Ma'am, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to cut this short. I can do two more questions real quick, and then I'm gonna have to go because I got a lot of media out here.
I'm going to let you go. I understand you've got a lot more serious business to handle right now. I appreciate you joining us. Please let us know any other information. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
To reset for viewers who are tuning in, earlier this evening at about 10:12 p.m., a call was made to the Chesapeake, 911 call was made to Chesapeake Police. A shooting took place at a Walmart supercenter in Chesapeake, Virginia. We know there have been multiple deaths. There have been multiple injuries. The shooter is now deceased. We do not know the sex of the shooter. We do not know a motive, nothing about it. It is not a current active threat at this point. We know a number of people have been taken to area hospitals. The store at this point has been evacuated. As I said, a Walmart superstore that would be open 24/7. So the store was open. We do not know how busy it was. We do not know how many people were in the store, but a mass shooting has been reported with multiple casualties.